Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if I got... McConnell's just going to beat my dick off real fast. Okay, we're recording. Alright, so I'm with Mcconnell here outside of Iron Forge, and apparently Mcconnell has discovered that... well, not discovered, but he's got himself the beautiful... actually, my brain just died. What the heck is this thing? It's... oh, man, I can't remember. But he's got this weapon that disorients you for 3 seconds, which I'm theoretically thinking might be BiS for a paladin, because he's saying it has like a 5% proc chance. And, God, I should remember that axe's name. It's driving me insane. But you can... apparently, with the 3-second stun and the batching delay and all that stuff, it's not too hard to get off a Holy Light with the 3-second disorient from... I mean, saying Dark Edge of Insanity. Jeez, that was pissing me off. From a Dark Edge of Insanity. So Dark Edge of Insanity might actually be one of the better weapons, especially since Blood Drinker Axe apparently in patch 1.12 got its spell power ratio removed. So it's kind of sad. Like, I'm a sad boy. Okay, so he's a little late on the heal. Let's see if I can get it. Fuck yeah. A late heal too. Yeah, okay, I recorded that. That's good. So you saw how late he was on going for the heal, and with the batching delay, it didn't even matter. So this actually might be sexy as shit for a Reckoning Paladin, especially like a Holy Reckoning, a Ret Reckoning Paladin that can't really get heals off. This might be the BiS weapon. So, yeah, so I've been looking into this. Like, personally, I'm looking into, like, yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, bro. Yeah, so thanks for McConnell for right there. So anyways, so yeah, so other weapon options are the Kalmandor. Is it the Kalmandor? Yeah, so other weapon options are Kalmandor's Revenge, which has it's a sword. It's got an amazing DPS. And it's got a nature on hit proc. Don't know if it has spell power. Whether things that do nature damage have spell power in the game or not is really weird. It's like that one weapon out of ZG that helps you on your skinning that procs nature damage has 100% spell power ratio. So it's unknown to me if Kalmandor's Revenge has a spell power ratio or not. Even if it doesn't have a spell power ratio, it still slaps pretty damn hard at the base damage level, and it's got a really high DPS. Its 3.2 weapon speed is bad. Don't get me wrong. You wouldn't want to be a Ret Reckoning Paladin of any type in that weapon, or a Deep Ret Paladin at all. If you're Deep Ret or Ret Reckoning, Dark Edge of Insanity, McConnell says it's got about a 5% proc chance. Dark Edge of Insanity is probably going to be your boy. And you can get the heal off pretty easily, apparently, from what I just saw. He was really delayed on that Dark Edge of Insanity heal. It didn't matter. I was spamming Counterspell. Just didn't matter. Other weird things that I was explaining to McConnell that Tal Rain brought up in Pelicast 3 are the seal twisting. So I guess the seal twisting is like... So how do I bring this up? He brought it up momentarily in Pelicast 3 at like the 1 hour 30-minute mark, and I've been thinking about it ever since, like how overpowered it actually is. And how it works is you can for a brief moment see your Seal of Command proc before it even goes through. Okay? So apparently what happens, according to Jakova, according to Tal Rain, is you'll go up, you'll hit something with Seal of Command, and before the attack is even registered, your character starts jumping into the air to do that downward command strike. He starts kind of, for example, there's an animation that goes with the Seal of Command. And they will observe the animation going through, and then they'll seal twist into Seal of Justice. So you start out with a rank 1 Seal of Command. You observe your character jumping in the air. You very quickly go over to Seal of Justice. What happens is, in that case, is you get your normal auto attack hit in. You get your Seal attack Seal of Casino proc that goes in, and hopefully you get 2 chances to proc the Seal of Justice 2-second stun. Well, if you do proc the Seal of Justice 2-second stun, you then have two options, right? Or I wouldn't even say it's an if you proc it. It's more of a you have two options for the use of this seal twisting. Option number one, which is what they talk about in the Pallycast video, is you notice that they're stunned for 2 seconds, and you just you cast a max rank seal command and you judge it into them for bonus damage, and then you go back to a rank 1 seal command. So you've maneuvered your way through 4 seals for the cycle. Well, it's actually 3 seals for the cycle, but the seal cycle is seal of 1, seal rank 1 seal of command into max rank seal of justice. There's no downranking it. Into max rank seal of command back into rank 1 seal of command. So your mana costs are being reduced somewhat because you're only using a seal of justice and a max rank seal of command for the judging of the damage. It's still a little mana intensive, but from a Ret Reckoning perspective, from a deep Ret perspective, you got the mana to do this stuff. From a Ret Reckoning perspective, you're kind of an all-in kill them before they kill you kind of class. So the bonus damage is very nice, and the fact that you've stunned them for 2 seconds has its own advantages from a DPS perspective. Now, option 2 is the one that fascinates me more for Ret Reckoning. Option 2 is you don't even see if the Seal of Justice is going to go through or not. You just straight up go for a Holy Light. Because, as you know from that video, you can... the video I made about Seal of Justice might be OP. You can actually start healing even before the attack gets through and easily get off a Holy Light before your opponent can do anything due to the way spell batching works, both coming and going. And you got to see it with the Dark Edge of Insanity a little bit there too, the way the spell batching works. You could see that I clearly got the counterspell off on Mcconnell in time, but it didn't matter. Spell batching had the Holy Light go through anyways. So, with 2 chances to proc a Seal of Justice stun. Now, I'm not entirely sure because I haven't tested Seal of Justice thoroughly yet, but I keep hearing from people like Drakova, for example, that Seal of Justice is... It's not a flat proc rate, it's a dynamic proc rate. So if you're using a two-handed weapon, there's a much greater chance per hit that it'll stun the target for 2 seconds, as opposed to like a fast one-hander like a Flurry Axe where it won't stun them very often. So with 2 theoretical chances to proc your stun, I feel very confident that you could, your second option is just go for a Holy Light in their face. And me personally, it's like there's situations with Ret Reckoning where you just want the damage and you want to go for the kill. But there's also situations with Ret Reckoning where just getting off a Holy Light is everything. And in my book, it's like somewhere between a Dark Edge of Insanity and doing this seal twisting trick. The odds that you're going to be able to get off a Holy Light under those conditions, especially with a Wreck Bomb, are extraordinarily good. So, in theory, you could probably run up with a Wreck Bomb with Seal of Command, put the attack into them, immediately go into Seal of Justice, but you're not even looking to see the animation at that point. You're basically just like, the odds that my Seal of Command doesn't proc on a full Wreck Bomb is almost non-existent, therefore I'm just going to roll with it. And then somewhere between these 5% chances to get a Dark Edge of Insanity proc, which will let you automatically do a heal, or the, like, let me think, it's going to be like a 300% chance or something that you get a 2-second stun on the Wreck Bomb. Again, I'll have to go do a little bit of playtesting on it. This is pure theory crafting in my book at the time. Like, I'm not really sure how the mechanics of a Wreck Bomb and a Seal of Justice work. I could theoretically be talking out my ass, but I imagine somebody would have corrected me by now if I am. But the odds that you're not going to get the opportunity to go for a Holy Light under those circumstances is very, very low. And what I find really fascinating about the situation is you have all the time in the world to rethink your decision. So you can literally be like, okay, I'm gonna attack this guy, and if the Dark Edge goes off, you attack him and you decide you're gonna go for a Holy Light, right? But if you see that the situation is, oh, if I just judged a max rank Seal of Command to the target right now, he would probably explode, right? You could see that, and so you just cancel your judgment, your Holy Light, and you go for the judgment. If it fails to kill them, odds are since he's stunned for 2 seconds, and God forbid if he's disoriented, for 3 seconds, odds are your next attack that's going to come down is going to finish the job. So it's one of those situations where it's like, I don't really see any negative out of the vast majority of circumstances for not trying for the Holy Light first and then reassessing the situation. Like, what were the results of the bomb? What were the results of the seal of command? Did my melee crit, and did my seal of command crit? Oh shit, I can just kill him right now. Let's stop this Holy Light and go for a max rank command judge, right? So I don't see, that's the point I'm making, is I don't really see any point not going for the Holy Light, and then you can reassess the situation. But the fact that, in my opinion, that we have that Ret Reckoning Paladins in particular, and Deep Ret Paladins to a lesser extent, and Holy Reckoning Paladins to an even weirder extent, we all have multiple options for actually healing in combat now. Like, just literally telling our opponents to wait there for a moment while we cast a Holy Light in their face and we'll be right with them with some more DPS is actually kind of a bigger deal than a lot of people would think. So anyways, total thanks to Mcconnell here for helping me playtest this. Congrats to him for getting a Dark Edge of Insanity. I'm totally going to, I have plans for the next Palicast, so I'll talk about that real fast since I'm here. So the whole purpose of the Palicast, in my opinion, was to try to get these rep paladins who really know their stuff, like Talrain or Drakova, to actually kind of make like a pseudo guide on the subject, because I can make guides on like Holy Reckoning all day long, and by extension I can make guides on Deep Holy. I can make some guides on Prot. I feel a little confident talking about Deep Ret, but I feel very unconfident talking about Deep Ret Truly, and I feel very, 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 very unconfident talking about Ret Reckoning. So the whole purpose of the damn Palicast was to try to get people like Talrain and Drakova to start talking about it from a help these people. Like, I just want there to be a guide out there for the aspiring Ret Paladins, you know what I mean? From a gearing perspective, from a PvP perspective, from all that jazz. And we've kind of been doing that a little bit, but we've been getting a little sidetracked, in my opinion, with the BG stuff. So now that Avengers is out, now that gear like Dark Edge of Insanity is available, I really am going to start focusing on making Palicasts that are pseudo Ret Reckoning Deep Ret guides on the subject. Especially since I'm very curious about hearing Drakova and Talrain's perspectives on it. So anyways, I'm super excited. I suddenly want a Dark Edge of Insanity for my own freaking Holy Reckoning Paladin, since the spell power ratios are bunk on, from what I hear from Peaceblade tells me, that the spell power ratios on Blood Drinker are not there. They were patched out in 1.12. Sad face. However, Kalmandor's Revenge might be serviceable, even if it doesn't have a spell power ratio, hoping it does have a spell power ratio. But even if Kalmandor's Revenge is not serviceable, Dark Edge of Insanity might be the next best thing. I'm aware that the situation might be good luck getting it off a warrior. I'm not sure how much warriors want. Well, warriors want Bone Reaver's Edge more than a Dark Edge of Insanity. So I don't know. Maybe you could think about it. But Kalmandor's Revenge, man, it might be a thing for Holy Reckoning. I think, however, I can say definitively that Dark Edge of Insanity might be BiS for the Reckoning Paladins. Like, period. So yeah, I'm stoked. I'm happy. I'm excited. All right, guys, good luck, and I'll see you guys in the next Palicast, which should be coming out in a couple of days. We normally do it on Friday, which is going to be like a couple of days from now. So, yeah, you guys, Deus Volt.